Your vehicle insurance should never break your bank. With Beacon, you can get up to 35% off your fully comprehensive car insurance and still get full protection from unexpected damages with free loss of use, windscreen cover, and special perils. When it comes to your insurance, always be sure you settle for more. Call us at 440-4447 or log on to beacon.co.tt and get a quote today.
Affordable quality products delivered to you via superb service. We are Superb Distributors, wholesalers and authorized agents for trusted products you know and love, like Rika Juices, Pure Heaven products, Bibbin diapers, New Bright laundry detergent, Allegra pasta, and more.
Contact Superb Distributors at 435-2948 for superb quality and service.
Diamond Intercontinental Jewelry Store now has amazing deals, special discounted prices on wedding sets, watches and selected jewelry. We sell top brand jewelry and watches like Citizen, Guess and Klein and G-Shock, all at the best prices in Grenada. We also buy scrap gold and offer the best deals and customer service on the island. Opening hours Mondays to Saturdays 9:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. Diamond Intercontinental Jewelry Store, located at the Esplanade Mall, St. George's, Grenada. Visit our brand new remodeled store or call us on telephone number 414-3114, 232-1234 or WhatsApp 533-1581. Sale is on for a limited time only.
Excuse me, miss. What's that ding-ding noise?
Oh, that's customers collecting points from a frequent shopper program.
Okay.
Each time you shop with your frequent shopper card, you earn points, which can be redeemed for future discounts on purchases. Seems like you don't have one.
Nope.
You can sign up today and start collecting your points.
Excuse me, what's that ding-ding noise? It's a nice ad. Of course, we gotta say welcome to everyone currently tuned in on to another Mikey Live program. How are you doing? I hope you had a good day today, boy. You know, some days are going to be good. Some days are better than others. I hope that today is the day that you say, yeah, boy, you know, it was good. I got a lot in today. I got a lot accomplished. And even if you didn't, I mean, come on, you know, you're not the only one. And there's a tomorrow and things like that, you know. So welcome. We're going to talk to you about a new program, AgriVest. All right, we're going to talk about that. Also, new tennis court for Carriacou. That's a good one. And the Grenada Cricket Association, they're congratulating Teddy Bishop. We were telling you about that last night. This young man who has gotten selected for the West Indies senior team. That's a big one, you know. We're going to be talking about that. Yes, the police, they are looking into reports of, you know, gunshots fired at a little street scuffle, and man pulling out gun and thing. So the police, they are looking into that. Also, the autopsy report, according to one lawyer, for one man who was found dead following an altercation at Marigot in St. John last week, has returned inconclusive. That's interesting, you know. We have a special feature on tonight's program, and it has to do with food safety and handling. You know, we posted this thing about egg on the program last night. Well, that broke the internet. Then about a week and some ago, there were talks about, in fact, a video that started circulating regarding fish, and the lady was complaining that she got looked like maggot or worms in her fish that she just bought on the carronage and all of that. So we're going to be talking about that as well. So in fact, we have a special feature tonight. All right, so brace yourself for that as well. Anyway, folks, gotta let you know that the headlines was brought to you through the kind compliments of Courts Grenada Limited, Digicel Nawasa, Real Value, IGA, Supermarket, Superb Distributors, Infinite Contractors. All right, we also have the celebrations committee on board as we gear up for the 50th anniversary celebration of our independence. Beacon Insurance is on board as well, and we've got a mega bingo coming up that we need to tell you about. So we take a little break and we come back. Gotta let you know that the headlines was brought to you through the kind compliments of Courts, Grenada Limited, Digicel, No One Star Real Value, IG, and like all of our sponsors. We want to say big up to all. All right, we're coming back. Remember, someone sharing tonight's program will receive some free credit compliments. Digicel, that lucky person might just be you.
Celebrate 50 years of remarkable achievements with us. Get ready for an extraordinary lineup of events throughout January 2024, marking Grenada's Golden Jubilee. Kicking off the festivities on January 3rd, witness the grand unveiling of the CARICOM Roundabout. On January 19th, immerse yourself in youth-led discussions at the Dynamic Youth Leadership Summit. Groove to the rhythm on January 20th at the Independence Calypso semifinals, culminating in the finals on January 27th. Feel the spirit of gratitude at the Gospel Fusion concert on January 21st. Show your support on January 28th by participating in the Round the Island Flag Relay and Parish Sport events. Cap off the month with the spectacular launch of the 50th Independence Historic and Art Exhibition. And that's just the beginning. Brace yourself for a full-throttle February as we gear up for the grand culmination of events. Visit grenadaturns50.gd to explore the full calendar and plan your participation. Join us on this united journey, celebrating the essence of Grenada's Golden Jubilee. One people, one journey, one future.
Let's start 2024 with a bang, because on Sunday, January 28th, we head to the Victoria Park in Grenville as Exclusive Sound presents a $150,000 Mega Bingo.
Wait, hold up. Are you serious?
Come here, my baby.
$150,000 in cash and prizes. Bingo time 5 p.m. and your ticket $60 for one, 100 for two, and hosted by Shortleg. Victoria Park in Grenville is where the action is gonna be. It's a big money Sunday. Sunday, January 28th, $150,000 Mega Bingo. Come win yourself some cash.
Yeah, man, you're getting a chance to win some. No, last night we were telling you that there was this video that's in circulation. I'm not going to play it on the program, you know, that involved some individuals. It seemed like there was some scuffle with guys in a bus. It went onto the street, and then before you know it, it was gunshots. You know, that started circulating, and the police, they are actually looking into that incident. One person was able to record the thing and maybe pass it around, and that's how it got out. And so now the police are in possession of that recording, and so I mean, I don't know what's going on, but it seemed to be taking a different direction, you know, where gun matters is concerned, where guns and guns and guns, too many. Almost every day you're hearing some talk about some gun on the street, some gun. Maybe we need another gun amnesty thingy. I think we did that a couple of years ago. Probably now it's time to do that. Anyway, there was an incident that took place in Marigot last week, and one man was dead, and the female was hospitalized for a short period, nursing wounds. Well, it was first reported that it was a case of suspected suicide. Now, according to one local lawyer for the family, he says that the autopsy report came back inconclusive, and so they are seeking answers as to what might have happened. Of course, from that police report, there were, according to the police, no obvious signs of wounds on the body of the deceased. Okay, so naturally, autopsy is done and so on to determine what might have caused the death of the individual. Now, the autopsy report has come back inconclusive, according to the lawyer for the family. And so now the family, they are seeking answers. In fact, the lawyer says that they are going to be doing a coroner's inquest to determine what might have caused the death of that individual. You know, interesting again. So the Ministry of Agriculture, they say they'll be staging what's being promoted as an Agriculture Investment Symposium, AgriVest 2024. It's a one-day event, they say, that will seek to bring together a diverse range of stakeholders to explore, to collaborate, and to innovate in the field of agriculture. Now, AgriVest 2024 is more than just a symposium. They say the Ministry of Agriculture says that outlining it as a movement to transform the agricultural landscape. Now, the symposium will be held under the theme Reimagining Agriculture. All right, and they're saying that it aims to spark discussions on sustainable practices, investment opportunities, policy reforms, etc. All right, and the future, most importantly, the future of farming in Grenada. And as a policy, we have decided here for 2024, we are going to feature a lot of agriculture-related stories. Because I think agriculture plays a critical role in our food security and just more, and our sustainability as a people. Agriculture plays a key role, and in the absence of something like a MNIB, you know, and so on, we have to drive information and education to stimulate people's mind and get people more involved in farming and agriculture. We're moving on. Oh yeah, it's good news for the people of Carriacou and Petit-Martinique. Let me show you a piece of land here. All right. So, how many things screen up for my children and them, and just play up everything and just mash up the vibes for your boy. So here's this, right? The sport of tennis in Carriacou and Petit-Martinique is about, they say, to positively impact or be positively impacted. Minister for Carriacou and Petit-Martinique Affairs and Local Government, Honorable Tevin Andrews, he has announced that one of the major projects to the constituency this year will be the construction of a brand new tennis court adjacent to the Hillsborough Recreational Ground. All you know that piece of land over there, well, you know, those of you who are accustomed going Carriacou. You understand? Lauding the efforts of Coach Mario Blaze, son of the late Prime Minister Herbert Blaze, and the prominence of tennis players in Carriacou and Petit-Martinique, Minister Andrews said it is important that they have proper facilities for training and for playing. So he said that the construction will also include bleachers and changing room facilities. This, he added, should lead to the hosting of regional tennis tournaments on the island. Well, let's hope so. Now, Coach Blaze said that this project is really going to impact the overall performance of the players and lead to greater investment in better training equipment. He thanked all those who were instrumental in contributing towards the development of the tennis in Carriacou and Petit-Martinique over the years. And speaking of Carriacou and Petit-Martinique over the years, you know, I kind of get a little excited. All that thing sneaking up on us really quickly. Kayak Mass 2024. Already, we have heard some songs coming out from Slatta and them boys. Slatta is one of the biggest things in the Caribbean. Whether all y'all want to believe it or not. I mean, come on. You have to face it. The guy is a genius. Slatta. Yes, and I want to be an artist. And I say that, I mean, not personally, you know, but I just like the man vibes. I like his vibes. You know what I mean? So Slatta and them boy, they ting, 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 ting. So they're ready to mash up the place. We are moving on. So the next thing that we have to tell Olia about, but we've been getting a lot of complaints. A lady called and she said, Mikey, I'm traumatized. She said, I went to a place and had some, how do you call it, pastries. And she said, when she opened up the sausage roll, I don't laugh for that one. She said when she opened up the sausage roll, there were more than sausages in the sausage roll. She said there were things moving in the sausage roll. after she took her first bite, she said, when she take the first bite, she said she find the first bite feels soft and almost like it was alive. Upon further investigation, she found that there were worms in the sausage roll. You understand? She said she was traumatized, utterly disgusted. And the police said, I said, well, them people. It might have been a practice of the place. I don't want to call it place, you know what I mean? To, at the end of the day, what is not sold, put it away and then take it out and put it away and take it out and put it away. That, my friends, is not healthy. You can get people sick. 1, 2. Last week, about a video started circulating on social media where a lady, she was talking about how she bought fish somewhere, on the carnage. In that fish, it was a lot of what appeared to be maggots, worms in the fish, what was supposed to be fresh fish. So what was supposed to be fresh fish turned out to be something else. I don't know what it is. You understand? Something like, well, that's not possible. 3. Last night we got a video with the ramen egg. So a lady sent this a picture. Sent this to us. It's like, Mikey, I don't know what it is. You know, I was boiling the egg and then I think anything, and then she said, you know, it had a kind of smell, you know, and so she decided to share, you know, just for conversation's sake, to see if there are other people who might have experienced. I've seen something not like that, but you know, like when you boil in the egg and the egg crack early, there's something that comes out. But it might that might just be a totally different scenario here. But to consume these things can cost you, because you can get yourself sick. So let's go back to the fish. All right. So we decided to speak to one of the experts where that is concerned, in terms of just general food handling tips. How can we avoid scenarios like this, like these? 1, from the perspective of the proprietor, a merchant, or a fish salesperson, and 2, from the perspective of a consumer or a customer. We are zeroing in on fish tonight, and maybe other nights we'll talk more in general about other things. These things should not be taken lightly, as it can get you really sick. So tonight, the man tell me you like to see the thing, you know, so I respect that. Tonight we are going to be talking to Mr. As a special feature, food specialist, food safety specialist, Mr. Kenley Edwards, on food safety, fish handling, and so on for a few minutes. But oh my gosh, we're coming back with Mr. Edwards. All right, so here we have Mr. Kenley Edwards, and we'll say hello to him. Mr. Edwards has a wealth of knowledge when it comes to food safety and food handling. You know what? I'm going to give him the opportunity to introduce himself. Mr. Edwards, you can go right ahead. Good night to you and welcome to the program.
All right, good night to you, Mikey, and good night to all your viewers and listeners across the globe. As introduced, I am Kenley Edwards, son of the soil. I'm a food safety specialist, someone with a background in agribusiness management and food safety and quality. I've worked extensively in the agri-food sector in Grenada. Worked previously as the quality manager at M&IB, also at the Grenada Bottling Company as the production manager at Lassages Farms, as the production manager, Grenada Distillers as a bottling manager. So I have extensive, if I may say, experience in the agri-food sector, and I've been very instrumental in working with organizations in Grenada in developing their food safety program. So I'm, as you stated, I have a wealth of knowledge in that capacity.
And I'm happy that we are having you on the program tonight. And I am hoping that this is not going to be the first and last, because when it comes to food safety and so on, I'm very passionate about it. Like my family will tell you, I eat nothing on the street. I eat nothing from outside. I'm not saying that people shouldn't, but that is how particular I am with what I consume. From time to time, we see people posting pictures, videos about food and things that they would have attempted to consume, but it seemed to have been compromised in one way or the next. And that is why we have you today. Last night we had somebody sharing with us an egg, right? An egg that they were boiling, and I don't know what happened. It seems something like, it looks like worms or whatever. It just looks something like that coming out of the egg. Some people seem to have experienced that before, others never saw that before. We about 2 weeks ago we had fish. Somebody say that they purchased fish on the carronage, somewhere on the carronage, and there were worms coming out of that fish. We had somebody again said that they purchased some pastries in the south of the island, and there were worms when they opened the pastries. So we have a lot of experiences, and consumers and customers will tell you that they have a lot. Tonight in particular, I want us to talk about that fish, for example. Let's talk about fish for now. You might have seen that video where someone said that they purchased this fish on the carronage and then there were worms coming out of that. What do you make of that? If you have seen the video, what do you make of that? What could have caused that?
Well, just looking at that video, and I did not looked at it in depth, basically because it's very unsightly just looking at it. So I just glimpsed at it, but from the minute I saw it, basically it just showed that the fish basically was going through spoilage, if I may say. What is important in handling fish is that fish is highly perishable, and whenever fish is caught, there are 4 things that you have to do essentially to ensure that you maintain and enhance the quality of that fish. You have to make sure that you take care in the sense of, because fish is highly perishable, the tissue is very soft. And if it is damaged, if there's any damage of the tissue, it could actually cause a situation where you induce bacteria. Bacteria causes fish spoilage. So care is very important in handling the fish. That's 1. 2, cool. Because again, fish is highly perishable, you have to make sure that you cool it as quickly as possible. So when fish is caught, from the time it is catch out there, they have to make sure that it is ice, it goes into a slurry to make sure that you retard the growth of bacteria. Right? The third thing you have to do is that you have to be very quick, meaning that the handling of it have to be done in a quick manner to ensure that, again, that you maintain that freshness and that quality. And then you have to clean in the sense of making sure that you gut it and you clean it, getting rid of all the internal organs, and not just get rid of it, but also dispose of it properly. Because if you catch your fish and where you actually do your cleaning and your gutting, and you have the remains right next to it, you could actually be contaminated. So handling is very important. So just looking at that fish, it shows that fish was actually going through a state of deterioration. There's certain things that consumers can do, and we call it using your organoleptic testing, or you use your senses, right? So the first thing you got to do is the sight. You look at the fish, and the freshness will give you an idea as to how it is by the appearance. So the sight of it will tell you exactly if that fish is fresh. Then you also could do the touch, feeling the fish. If the fish is soft to the touch, it shows that it starts to go through deterioration, a process called rigor, where the tissue start to break down. So when you push that fish with your hand, if you notice that it creates an impression, it shows that fish already start, if you may use a local term, stale, right? So you use that touch. You also look at the gills. It should be brightly colored red. If you notice that the color of it starts to get pale, again, it shows that the fish starts to deteriorate and it is stale, it is not fresh, right? Then the smell of it, you should not get a fishy scent, meaning that a fishy scent in the sense of it starts to break down. You should get a natural ocean, it should be smelling as of the ocean, if I may say so. That saltiness of it, that again gives an impression that the fish is fresh. So these are just some of the things that the consumers can do. The visual inspection is very important, using your senses, the smell of the fish, making sure that it don't smell fishy or fishy. The touch, making sure that it is firm to the touch. You can also look at the scales. The scales should be tightly close together. If you notice that the scale starts to separate, again, it shows that it starts to deteriorate. I talked about the smell, the sight. You look at the gills, you look at the eyes, it shouldn't be sunken, the eyes should be bright in color. So these are just some of the things that our customers can do to ensure that whenever they purchase in fish, that it is of the highest quality.
And here's
what is important to
Go
ensure
ahead.
that it is ice. It is ice because once it's off ice, then it starts breaking down, and then once it breaks down, it basically will deteriorate and it could cause food poisoning, which again is a serious, which could be a serious implication for persons who are immunocompromised, if I may say so.
And here's the twist. There are times when the consumer complains that, hey, I bought this fish there, no, I see that. Is there also a possibility, or do you have any sort of advice for persons now that you have examined the fish, checking out the touch, the smell, the sight, making sure that it appeals to all the senses in a positive way? You are now taking that fish home. Do you have any sort of advice for the customers themselves or consumers to make sure that although you would have, maybe let's assume now that you purchased the fish in good order, that you now do not contribute to that fish or to that food or to that whatever it is spoiling, but we're talking about fish tonight, between the time that you got it to the time that you got home?
All right, so I'm gonna take a little twist with this question you ask, right? And I personally, I don't purchase fish on the sidewalk. I don't, because I know the implications of it. So we know many times vessels pull up on the carnage and they sell their fish, right? You have persons holding up bags in their hand, flogging down vehicles. Right there, the fish is actually out of ice. It's actually exposed to the sun. It's deteriorating. So I think, and again, I'm not here trying to purport any negativity, but I think there should be some system in place whereby the government should intervene because of the implication of food safety to provide an avenue so that these vessels, when they have this overcatch, because in many instances it's because there's overcatch and they're not going through the proper channels in terms of selling to the fish vendors who are stationed in the fish markets, who have the facilities for icing and for selling, but they are on the carnage and other places. Why? Because they need to get rid of that fish as quickly as possible. So they just catch the fish, and the idea is to get rid of it as quickly as possible, because again, the fish is exposed, they're in the vessel open. So what have to be done? If a consumer now want to purchase that fish, what they have to do is to, one, ensure that if they buy that fish and they're going back to their work, that there's a situation where they could ice it. If there's a refrigerator, that's one. Two, maybe they have a small container that they could place that fish in with ice to keep it. If you know you're not going to utilize that fish immediately, my advice is not to purchase it, because it was out there already, exposed to the elements, start to deteriorate, and now you purchase that. You may take maybe an hour or 2 or 3 maybe before to get home, and again it further deteriorates. And that's why many times persons who purchase the fish after they say the fish is scratching, it's not that the fish is scratching. What happens is the toxins that are being released in the fish because of the bacteria that was acting on it. Now your body now is reacting towards the toxins that are there. So that's why you get that juking sensation, as they call it, or scratching.
Yes.
And that is an implication that fish already starts to spoil. So it may look okay, but it's not until you prepare it, then you realize, hey, this fish is not tasting properly. There's an issue. So the idea is, if anyone has to do so, they have to make sure that they consume it as quickly as possible, that they clean it, that they freeze it, that they fry it, they do whatever they have to do, because the longer it stays, is the more it's going to deteriorate. And the challenges of you getting some allergic or adverse reaction for consuming such, that could be detrimental to you.
Do you encourage icing? For example, sometimes you find that the fish will be put on ice and probably did not get sold. You put it in the refrigerator again, you bring it back out, you put it on ice again. How many cycles of that do you encourage, or do you encourage it at all?
That's a no-no, right? Because the freeze thaw, there is a temperature that retards the growth of bacteria, right? There are some bacteria which are mesophilic, there are some which are thermophilic, and there are some which basically could survive in room temperatures. Now icing may retard the growth of the bacteria, but the bacteria is there, and once that condition become conducive for that bacteria to grow, it will grow. So some of the things you could do to reduce the growth of bacteria, there are certain things that they need which we call fuel. So they need moisture to cause them to grow. They need the supply of nutrients. Once you remove any of those factors that causes them to grow, then it retards the growth. So the icing and the thawing, that will cause bacteria to grow, because once you thaw it, the bacteria will come in, and then when you freeze it again, it basically, you basically stall it, but it's there. And then when you thaw again, so the freeze thaw process is not something that should be carried out in a regular basis, maybe. And that's why many times, if you notice, what the best thing that they advise the fishers to do is that you take out a certain amount at a particular time. You don't take out everything. So let's say you have 10, I'm going to use, let's say, marlin as an example. You have 10 marlin in the freezer. You're not going to take out your all 10. What are you going to do? Maybe you may take out 2 or take out 3, but you will have it on ice, and then the others will be in the freezer there. And then as you sell, you're going to remove and you're going to take out. So the freeze thaw process is not something that I will recommend. I think it's a one-time process where you take out your thaw and then you get rid of. But then to put back in the freeze again and then take back out, that is something I no. So it's not a process that I will encourage. But again, it just shows that we need to introduce some more post-handling post-catch handling for our fishers and for fish vendors. And not only that, but also for the consumers as well, so that we know exactly how to handle fish because of the high perishability of it.
Wow, that's a wealth of information that we've received from you tonight. We want to thank you for coming on, agreeing to come on to speak to us about that. I'll give you the opportunity if there's anything else you'd like to add before we wrap up, that you can go ahead and do so now.
Yeah, so just before I wrap up, as I said, we know that the fisheries department, they do an excellent job in ensuring that persons who are involved in the fishing sector, that they are registered, that they have the vessels are registered. But there are gaps within the sector, whereby we know that there are some vessels, they may not have the capacity for storage in terms of icing. So there need for fishers to get more icing ice boxes so that they could ice their fish. Not only that, but there's a need for more training on post-catch handling, need for training for our fish vendors. And I'm willing to lend my expertise wherever need possible to ensure that the sector could be further advanced. But not only that, but with the aim in mind to protect our consumers, who are the ultimate ones at the end of the supply chain.
All right. Thank you very much, Mr. Edwards. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you very much, and looking forward to another session with you.
All right. Same here.
All right. Good night.
All right. Good night.
Okay.
All right. Thank you again. And of course, we are going to continue to have discussions like these. Mr. Edwards, he's very versed in that sort of subject. So we're happy to have had him with us tonight. As we move on, so guys, please be guided accordingly. Now, as we move on, the Grenada Cricket Association, they are congratulating Teddy Bishop on his selection to the West Indies ODI team for the tour of Australia. As we were telling you this yesterday, this young man is really and truly making a name for himself. We even have Junior Murray, who made his debut 30 years ago against Australia, offering congratulatory words to Mr. Bishop on his major accomplishment. All right. Also, you know, the Cricket Association, they were saying, you know what, it's noteworthy that there were so many partners and, you know, stakeholders who saw the potential in Bishop and invested in him. And so now they are about to reap the rewards. You understand? So that is why when you see people have potential, you support them. Support them. Don't when they reach up and top of saying about what Grenada to the wall and them kind of business. You know? No, man. You have to follow these people from grassroots level up to the top. All right? And he is on his way to the top. Pick up your whole self, maybe gin. You know what I mean? Let's take a quick break and come back. And when we come back, what we'll have for you is the weather. All right? So let's come back. All right? We'll be back.
Affordable quality products delivered to you via superb service. We are Superb Distributors, wholesalers and authorized agents for trusted products you know and love, like Rika Juices, Pure Heaven products, Bibin diapers, New Bright laundry detergent, Allegra pasta, and more.
Contact Superb Distributors at 435-2948 for superb quality and service.
Diamond Intercontinental Jewelry Store now has amazing deals, special discounted prices on wedding sets, watches, and selected jewelry. We sell top brand jewelry and watches like Citizen, Guess, and Klein, and G-Shock, all at the best prices in Grenada. We also buy scrap gold and offer the best deals and customer service on the island. Opening hours Mondays to Saturdays, 9:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. Diamond Intercontinental Jewelry Store, located at the Esplanade Mall, St. George's, Grenada. Visit our brand new remodeled store or call us on telephone number 414-3114, 232-1234 or WhatsApp 533-1581. Sale is on for a limited time only.
Excuse me, miss. What's that ding-ding noise?
Oh, that's customers collecting points from a frequent shopper program.
Okay.
Each time you shop with your frequent shopper card, you earn points, which can be redeemed for future discounts on purchases. Seems like you don't have one.
Nope.
You can sign up today and start collecting your points.
Switch to a Ready Cash loan today. Bring your loan to us and get 25% off your interest rate. Get flexible payment terms, fast approval, and hassle-free service, so you can do all the important things you need with ease. All you need is your ID, proof of address, payslip, job letter, and 2 references. Visit us in-store or apply online at www.shopcourts.com. Courts Ready Cash. We are ready when you are. Conditions apply.
Infinite Contractors and Machinery. We are your one-stop engineering and consultancy company with experience locally, regionally, and internationally. We provide excavation services and engineering consultancy, construction of residential and commercial structures, civil works such as drainage, retaining walls, roads, concrete patio services, paving services, concrete driveway services, remodeling and renovation, painting services, styling services, and so much more. Ask about our rental services of excavators, heavy equipment, metal formwork, and steel prop. Contact us today via telephone number 537-9675 or email infinitecontractors19@gmail.com.
Ever wonder how water goes from its natural source to coming out of our tap crystal clear and safe to drink? Well, let me introduce you to Grenada's National Water and Sewage Authority. They are the water wizards behind it all. A whopping 95% of all water comes from surface sources. This water might look muddy now, but wait until you see the transformation.
First, they add a non-toxic chemical to the water. This brings particles together, forming clumps in a process called coagulation. Next, a gentle stir helps the particles come together. This is called flocculation. Gravity does its thing and the clumps settle to the bottom. This is sedimentation. Then the water is passed through a bed of sand. This filtration removes up to 95% of bacteria. See the difference? Now our water is clear and nearly bacteria free. Lastly, chlorine is added for disinfection, killing any remaining bacteria and making the water safe to drink.
And that, my friends, is how Nawasa brings pure, refreshing water from their surface sources to our pipes, our washpan, our buckets, whatever you think about.
This advertisement is the first in a series showcasing Nawasa's operations.
Stay tuned for more in-depth insights into our services and initiatives.
Concerned about your general health and wellness?
Do you need to know your complete blood count, lipid profile, or HbA1c?
Maybe you're an athlete or work in an environment that requires regular drug screening.
Interested in STI screening? What about renal, liver, or thyroid tests?
All these tests, plus hundreds more, are available at Allied Laboratories.
At Allied Laboratories, we are committed to providing the best service with accurate results. We now have 3 fully equipped locations to better serve you. You can contact our Grand Anse branch at 403-3488. You can contact our Grenville branch at 410-3488. Or you can contact our newest addition, the Guelph branch, at 404-3488. Or send us an email.
We're taking care of Grenada.
Let's start 2024 with a bang, because on Sunday, January 28th, we head to the Victoria Park in Grenville as Exclusive Sound presents a $150,000 Makeup Bingo.
Wait, hold up, are you serious?
Come here, my baby.
$150,000 in cash and prizes. Bingo time 5 p.m. and your ticket $60 for one, 100 for two, and hosted by Shortleg. Victoria Park in Grenville is where the action is gonna be. It's a big money Sunday. Sunday, January 28th, $150,000 Mega Bingo. Come win yourself some cash.
Our Tri-Island state is rich with history, full of the world's most charismatic people, and an unstoppable force of progress. Grenadians, we have 50 years of achievements to celebrate. Join in the celebration of a lifetime, Grenada's Golden Jubilee, commemorating the anniversary of 50 years of independence. We are marking this milestone with a spectacular series of events honoring our culture, history, and progress. Whether you're at home or abroad, you don't miss out on this once-in-a-lifetime celebration. Visit grenadaturns50.gd to explore the full schedule of events and find out how you can participate in the Golden Jubilee celebrations. You can also stay in the loop on all things Jubilee by following our social media pages Grenada Turns 50. Grenada's 50th Independence Anniversary. One people, one journey, one future. Be a part of history.
Alrighty, and it is now time for the weather. That's coming to you from the Met Office. So here's what. The weather is expected to be for tonight. Partly cloudy to cloudy with some brief to widely scattered showers. Tonight's minimum temperature 25 degrees Celsius. Here's a look at the winds. East northeasterly to east southeasterly at 8 to 18 miles per hour. Seas moderate to rough with waves 6 to 8 feet in northeasterly to easterly swells. And the marine advisory is in effect. Heading over to Friday, we can tell you that the weather is expected to be partly cloudy to cloudy and breezy with some brief to widely scattered showers. Our max temperature shows 30.5 degrees Celsius and the minimum 25 degrees Celsius. Winds east northeasterly to easterly at 14 to 24 miles per hour. Seas moderate to rough with waves 6 to 8 feet in northeasterly to easterly swells. And a marine advisory will be in effect for Friday. So, guys, that's it. And of course, before we head over to our beds and our showers and whatever else that we have to do, we want to say hello to those of you who are on YouTube. Blessings to you. All right, so we've got Suzanne, we've got Anne-Marie Olive, we've got Laverne, Celine, Keith, Glenora, my mom, Linton, the whole family, Marcel, Margaret Ann, and everyone else. Those of you who don't say anything, I don't know that you're there, but big up Jennifer and the others who are there on YouTube. Here's also big ups to the folks who are on Facebook. Javar, working hard. Share. Big up to Javar and the sharing committee. Diana Francis, I see that you're there, as well as Zaka, Joy and Joyous, Angel. Blessings to you as well. Shamin and Bernadette, Joel. Hey Joel, how are you doing? Blessings to you as well. Angel, again. Liz. Who else is with us? Jacinta. How are you doing, Jacinta? All right. Sylvina Wagwan. Blessings to you too. And to everybody else. All right. Sweetie, you're watching? Well, blessings to you. So we're going to touch base again tomorrow, God's willing, same time, same place, right here. We're looking forward to having you here as well. Take care. Let's go. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, we all say, Ja. No. All right, Mom and everybody else, take care of yourselves, and we'll touch base again. God bless you. Have a good one.